Newtown.
This is Danny, I'm a photographer, and the reason why I stopped this guy, there's nothing like this bike, you know. So I was driving past by and I saw him, like, wow, I need to take a picture of that. You look at it, stylish, Rasta man, you know, there's nothing like it. Yeah man, so that's it.
This is Prinzozo, Prince Twala from Alexandra Township, born in 2nd Avenue, and then we moved to Far East, 66, June 30. It was Wednesday, 1:30. And then my parents are musicians. They are Simon Twala and Twala. My dad is a jazz artist. He was the first bass player to play electric bass, because then the time they were using something like that, upright, you know. But they play Kwela, maybe something like that. It was Kwela.
Prince grew up like all the other kids, you know. A little bit crazy sometimes. And he had a funny style of wearing his trousers.
Yeah, me, I grew up, man. I used to eat big cheese at home. My mother said, hey, this one, because he doesn't eat meat, why you buy me a hank every day? I'll chow a fucking expensive thing, man. My mother freaked out. Say, hey, you. Or because your father is Mr. Simon Twala. Huh?
The worst thing that happened was for him to go to school with dreadlocks, and then the teacher called me and said, hey, talk to this boy, he must look like a student, you know? So I spoke to him, I said, listen, you can still do whatever with your ragamuffin, whatever, but as you're in school, be a student, you know?
From school, they say, if you don't go to school, my teacher, remember teacher Tiny, she was my mistress. If you don't finish school, my boy, and you learn, because every Friday I'll dodge school, and then how are you gonna live life, Prince, like that? I say me to the teacher, Mama, I can play my father's guitars, you know, because my father is rich. He's rich.
He was a little bit of a rebel rouser because he didn't want to cut his dreadlocks. So I told him, one day I'm gonna come here at school, I'll come with the big scissors and I'll just chop everything off in front of your friends. I think this guy decided, no, let me elude. A while absent without leave, yeah. That's what he did at school.
Prince, ngihlangane naye eMarket Theatre because I was a student at the Market Theatre laboratory. I used to see this guy all the time. He used to play this guitar and I was like, I need to know that guy, you know, and that's how I got to know Prince. And that's how he started teaching me the guitar. And yeah, ended up singing with him as well as being a model in Studio Waste Productions. Prince has this way of dressing that's only his own. You know? Sometimes it looks very weird, but once you get to know him, you start understanding. I think it's more artistic, you know, in a way. And not every artist can wear like Prince does, but I think this is who he is, and this is his only way of expressing himself, you know? You can never find anyone in that kind of gear except for Prince.
That's how I dress, man. I told him that I'll dress like a designer, and it's like that.
You know, he's always free and happy. You know, and the fact that you never really get bored when he's around because and he start playing the guitar. From lapho so we're singing already. Prince of Newtown, what's your name? Where do you come from? Where have you been?
Sister Tutu, on the microphone stand, let me know. It's Sister Tutu, she was my student, let me know. She's got her own band now, guys, yeah?
I'm not this person who has a strange character, like, who is this guy? And then one day he comes in and I ask him, you know, I introduce myself and he says, no, I already know you, Manitsu. I'm Prince, the mayor of Newtown. And so we laughed about it and since we clicked and yeah, we became friends from then.
I had dreams, me, when I was young, that my dreams is I'm going to be a Messiah, to do things that when I look at Moses and them in the Bible, I say, all right, I have to invent like these guys, and I've got to create. I started collecting packers, because my friends, the time in Josie, if you don't have a style, man, they say, how you dress you? How do you dress? In front of girls.
Awesome.
sure, you're sure, and you know what you gotta say. You get there, you share what you were given by the God greatest. I'll be what I'll be, 'cause I know that's a part of me. And you'll stay, we'll stay forever this way, because I am like you, and you are just like me, and I will always be this happy, God-given time of life.
What's the part for the boy? It's Mthakathi. Habon tete molo ba ilo phukula pina fela sa bona se setjha sa Afrika ba ilo lla bana ba bona ba kile matlotlo. Hai ba matitetso a hloka mutlwano ko o buswano ko a hloka mutlwano ko go lala ditaola tsa ntaoleng ha ilo lahleha go tshaba sa heso. Rawa masolentwa ya lona go ba fatshe ke lena le ya tibela bana ke bao ba shwa ke malaria ba ilo shwa ke la HIV ba mama. Yes. Nice one.
I met Prince was in 2004. Fashion sibona kuye, you know. This is a teaspoon. It fits nicely. It's very distinctive. Not everyone can get it. This ring doesn't come off except when I take a bath and when I go to bed. She's wearing cool earrings from Prince. Yeah. Check it out. Lovely. That is a spoon. That's a spoon. Yeah. This is a spoon. Family. But you wouldn't tell me. Yeah. It's beautiful. I love it. He's a magoya of, you know, your funky way. Metal and leather.
Yeah, leather and motel.
The jewellery side of it, I think it's his own sort of initiative. He had that idea and he went on. At first I thought he was going to bend some spoons with his mind, but I was surprised that he had to make bangles and whatever. I don't know what else, you know, with the jewellery part of it. So I think it's his gift in doing that, and he's created quite a lot of other things, you know.
If you look around the gallery, I think as you go around, just take pictures of people's hands, because everybody has a Prince of Newtown ring. It's just like everywhere you go, you will see Prince of Newtown's jewelry, and it's better. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And a lot of the jewelry is made with old, well, it's all made with cutlery, obviously, but a lot of it's made with old silver or silver-plated cutlery. So this one is actually solid silver, and this one is silver-plated, you know? So a lot of these, and I think these might be silver as well, solid. So a lot of his jewelry is actually like solid silver, you know, sterling silver. People don't realize.
He's a lot of people. He's a people's person. So thus he's a child of the city, and a father of the city, and a brother of the city, and a friend of the city. It's like, it's not every day we would meet artists or people who people perceive to come with sort of status, their status and the way and their cash and all that. And this is not about money or a status. It's like the prince is the human being in all of us, you know.
We do a show once a year. It's a regular show called Wasted. And so I have been buying jewelry from Prince since the beginning of the year for Wasted. So these gorgeous earrings I'm wearing are not actually mine, although the rings are, they're not for sale. But the earrings are for sale. And this is just, I mean, it's exquisite stuff. So I've been saving the best work for Wasted. I mean, I think this is the other thing about Prince. He really takes criticism well. So someone like me, I'm a stickler for neatness. I want everything to be smooth and neat and beautifully finished. My mother as well, who can be incredibly mean to some of the artists who work here at Unity, if she doesn't think their work is neat enough. Now this is Prince's new stuff, which is not clean yet, but I'm going to show you anyway. This is kind of where he's going to look at the stones. And if Prince was here, he would say, Mamzo, look at the diamonds! Look at the diamonds and the gold! Look at it! Isn't it beautiful? And it is. I mean, his work is fantastic.
The first time I saw the jewellery, Bengmangele, you know? It's like, okay, Prince, uthatha cutlery now, and then wenza jewellery. And it was very creative, you know, something authentic. And it was like, wow. So you can actually make a whole lot of things from intengan, listen, this is tatasis begas, singas tatele kind, you know? It's true when they say one man's junk can be one man's treasure.
Simazana la market umuntu nje alright artist nje uyambona na design yakhe uyambona nalabalenda bakhe uyawana nawo sifuna neyipuni nama necklace nama ring weyipuni you know sometimes nje umuntu nje uhlala entertainer haso indawo yakhe Prince le before ibaso ofuna abantu ko Prince a improve le ndawo yazi artist le akashone Prince fanele ube ne stage sakhe.
One thing, first things first, is the Prince of Newtown, short thing. You know this. Prince of Newtown, he dresses like himself alone. Which is cool, always wearing leather, it must be very expensive. And then, yeah, this Prince, jewellery and stuff, like very popular around. Like, he's a big man, he owns the place. He owns the place, literally, he owns the place. That's Prince for you.
Prince of Newtown.
Take it to Paris. It's 150. Some French people, they know that they must pay me 150. One day another one said, please, but this is just a spoon button. You know what? It's my artwork. So at home, they don't play things like them forever because we take things for granted. So people wanna pay me R2. £2. Because I look shit and things at fucking sell it international. If you're not Indian plane, Robin said, Prince, I left your ring in Germany. I'm in Cuba, but I'm in Germany. We would say France. She fucking travels the world. Thank you, Satanicos. This is Prinzozo.
Philosophies, projections of theses and theories and histories on the quest and the mission of the introspection of godly holy mysteries and weight in the memories, the truth, the wildest fantasy in search of serenity, a remedy to misery. You're thinking of it all, you're not an oracle. The questions that we ask are not rhetorical. The poetry of everyday birds flying high, the sky with white clouds passing by with the breeze touching eye. Really easy. After you saw about it, production. You know, that's the boy. All over the world, man, now this your
come in and you don't usually, check how they're dressed. But for some reason, his dress sense is different from the ordinary person. Yeah, he dresses up he loves leather. And in the middle of summer, Prince will be wearing, his black leather jacket and pants and boots. And I would always tease him about wearing leather in summer. And Prince would always say, Nugzo, look at my leather.
Like a brother to me, a fellow artist, and an inspiration to me to carry on in what I'm doing and not be suppressed by anybody's ideology in terms of how you should dress and in terms of what is art and what is not and what you can make art out of. And as you know about his rings, are made out of forks and so forth, bending forks. It's like the sort of idea of it. It's just it's mind blowing. I mean, it's like bending etiquette and turning it into jewelry, into beautiful jewelry. So it's like taking something out of its environment and mending it into something new that you would not even presume to understand at the end of the day. But he did it. He did it first, and nobody would think of bending forks and putting it around your fingers as rings. And that's Prince. He does what what most of us would fear to do, or begin to grasp our mind around.
There are some of the things. In fact, some of the big projects, because of his input, but never mind, some people won't come back to him and say, you see, this big project is happening because of you, but initially there are so many, even the idea, there was a play about Levians on Mthakathi, which is done by 10 ladies. It was called Zakata, that Zagata specifically came from him. Sengihlalile la eNewtown ngahlangana nenkosi esinjengenkosi lesidikida ngayo udaba namhlanje. Inkosi inokugqoka indlela yakhe, igqoka ethnic, igqoka artist, abantu benga-understand kodwa bengazi iqiniso lokuthi it's not what you wear, it's not what you look like, it's about who you are. You know what I mean? Mase ngibeka ngesilungu kunama-ring ama-pure silver enziwe ngespoon. If you have checked out the play, ungayena umuntu obuka ama-movie ubuka i-play Thursday ngangibuka uDrogo. Yo man, it's beautiful art, man. So big up to the brothers. We wish there was more like him, yeah? Respect. Let's come together right now. And my poet, and my poet. Yele Africa, umuhle usibonyose. Ihlazo lelitaba mbashebe momo feta litaba. Kile Africa ole khale benetori kile kopo kia kopo sala kimesi apula kia lelemela. Kile na kile planga khawa le fela ki mabele kia khala kana hloka mthona ki. Tsielala mame mameleng ke a bua ke a phuma ke bua sa tao e bona nyamatsane sa ba mo shwashwa ile na wa rakadi wa le bola ramna nteng ka jwa pasane mele ngwana ke re yena wa magontshwa bo nkgone mantsopa mo Afrika borwa hala
Usually he hangs around lots with artists because I think artists, they understand him more. To be honest, when I'm making a play or I'm doing a show or I'm being cast in a show and I'm looking for some things, usually I consult with him. I just come to him and say, hey, please, I'm doing this. And I don't know, how would you do it? How would you, you just show it to you, just like that. I even said to him, when you are more than a professor, I say vase or whatever. Because I think in mentality we are very simplified.
I'm growing richer.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ayikho into engiyisole ku Prince. Prince uzongihleza phambi kwabantu ebusuku ngimuhle kanje.
Nini ngalela langa?
Yes.
Okay, ngifaka ku camera ke biography yami.
Prince. Yeah. Prince. I used to love you, damn it. Come on,
Buy your present, baby. Mthakathi. He's too crazy. I don't know, Prinzozo. She wants a fashion show, man.
Prince would go to the kitchen and then the kitchen staff complained that, Sisi, we are losing cutlery here. Prince is taking our forks and spoons and he's making it, that's when he started making jewellery. And so I confronted him. Prince, the guys in the kitchen are complaining. You're not only taking cutlery, but you just go and take whatever, you want from the kitchen. So he apologized then, and he brought me a sculpture. I'll show you the sculpture. Oh, that's one other thing about him. He would always bring me something, from time to time, something that he thinks I'm going to like, because he knows that I love art. So he's got these, strange sculptures that he would bring me. Some of them broken, but I'm still keeping them.
And when I first saw him, I was inspired by his kind of artistic, characteristic influences, whereby I could just tell that he is a guy that does want to see the arts growing, spreading, and becoming an identity or a certain culture. Why so? Because he would try to encourage his friends to speak about arts, live the arts, walk the arts, talk the arts. All the things he always did were all arts orientated. And his dress sense would tell you a lot about his arts identity. And he had a friend that I first met with that were together. They were starting to design some jewelry using, your cutlery, spoons, teaspoons, forks and stuff. I've got one here, and I'm sure this was a teaspoon maybe, but it has been a culture that we all want to identify with, more especially here in Newtown. Prince has done a big job by really introducing his jewelry, because we all sort of want to have a piece of his. I'm just looking forward for people like him to grow into the mainstream. He should be a professional entrepreneur, somebody that could be able to sell his art big time.
This kind of jewelry, I like it because it's very African and it's very unique. And for me personally, it has a lot more to do with art and the life of an artist than a lot of the crap we see around there, around the city and around the country. And a lot of people call themselves artists and all that kind of thing. But for me, Prince lives the life of art, and his jewelry reflects that. Yeah, so he's much more of an artist in my mind than many of the people who are kind of making a lot of money through the idea of being an artist.
Mameli story. They fucking call Yangiswa. They made a fucking big meeting about me. They said there's a fucking prisoner who doesn't want to speak Afrikaans. That you call the fucking big guy of a prisoner. Makulu Basi came. but idonkey kuyishaya isiboshwa sinye lo uyibambe kanje idonkey athi bathanani ngiyangizwa ngathi mina sorry Sergeant. Me, I'm Swati. I cannot speak something that I cannot even study it ever. I never fucking went to school. I was in Swaziland at school. We never had Afrikaans. Plus, we never have Kafrikaans. I don't call it Afrikaans. It's fucking Kafrikaans. Right? I never speak Afrikaans. Me in prison. I'm telling you this. They even took me to maximum prison, but I there. Oh, that's sir. Like Sergeant, thank you. Well, I'm tired, but is that the English part? You wanna speak your English, right? And nobody else speak English except you in prison. But my friend here, he says he doesn't believe that I was not talking Afrikaans. You know that prison? It was started on prison. From there they took me to, that's why I got Sun City, was a big bad prison. They moved me from Sun City, they took me to Standard. Me I end up in maximum prison. Sun City was a big bad prison. I'm glad. Out there internationally in Newtown, they don't have problems, you know, like how I dress and how they just see this unique man who's hanging around in the theater. But like when I started now go to the ghetto, some of the costumes, like especially my hat, I will take it off, you know, because people they will laugh at me in the ghetto and say, and then low, this is shopping. I had to be in fashion since then, so you have to look nice. Because I meet artists, I meet models, dancers, and things like that.
Hey, Prinzozo's J sense always gets people laughing and talking. I mean, the man has no fear, you know. He has no fear, and I think it's important to him to be a crazy fashion guy.
When I grew up, I knew that my grandfather, who his name is Thelani, he was a king in a village. But like me, grew up here in LX, we used to go down there and they used to explain me then, but the whole thing became serious when after my grandfather and all the other, my grandmothers and all they passed on. Then they called me one day to explain me that since you are staying in Joburg, you must know that you are the only clan paragon that is left in the family of the Twalas. So you need to come down and take your kingship. But me, man, I was not so interested in the whole thing. But I know I'm a king.
People follow Prince around. So wherever Prince goes, he creates his own crowd. And I think the dress sense and his clothes and his personality are kind of all part of that. He's not just a jeweler or just a musician or just a personality. He is all these things. And what we were saying earlier, he's truly the Prince of Newtown. No? I mean, he's the man. We often have DJs who walk in here, or artists who walk in here, or people who walk in here and they see Prinzozo's stuff and they go, oh, is that Prince of Newtown? And we say, yes, it is Prince of Newtown. And he lends us a credibility with the arts community that we may not have otherwise have had. And I think a lot of people think that unity as a gallery, as a community, that we support Prinzozo. But it's very much a give and take, and he is as important to our credibility and to our business as we are to his.
My grandfather used to Atani Simvula. And Prince, he is a prince. Hence his name is Prince, you know. My father used to play Mbira I used to listen to him and I grasped that bit of music. I started a group known as the Flaming Souls. This was somewhere in 1964. Actually, I pioneered the soul music here in South Africa. The group went on. We recorded our first 7th single, which was the disc at the time. And from there we had an LP known as She's Gone. It sold 75,000 copies in 2 weeks. During the time, musically, I bought him and his brother. Other one, I brought him congas and I brought him a set of drums to learn, you know. So he started, well, like self-taught, you know, but he went on. Until, but mostly I think he liked to play bass like me, you know. I think one day he told himself that he could be better than me, which I doubt.
And I'll tell you that me with the guitar on stage, strings comes out. Man, when I play bass, man, I choke, man. I'm gonna take your girlfriend, man. Because I make sure that the music that I must record, if it's not perfect, my dad is gonna say, what shit is this? Because he did jazz, he knows music, he studied music.
He always claimed he could play the guitar, and then we went to some gig somewhere out in Rotherport, and he had a 2-string ukulele, which he was banging on, and it sounded terrible. And from then, I always thought he was fibbing about the music. And then we did a live session here about a year back. And he picked up the bass while Marov was playing, and I thought, oh shit, this is gonna ruin the song. And he actually plays a very mean bass, yeah. And he just plugged in comfortably to someone else's song and kind of tagged along. So you can see he's a natural bass man. He's got that kind of rhythm. So he can plug into most musical numbers on a bass level happily, which I think reflects the fact that he comes from a seriously musical family.
At home, my dad used to say, I don't want my son to play reggae and better play jazz, man. And he even freaked out. You know what did he say? He said, I don't want shit music in my house. You must play jazz. I said, Isa, jazz. I said, okay, fine. I got all songs. There's a song that I say, why you wanna tell me what I must play? And then the kind of the genre of music I like, the thing where I like to play is the music of the world. Because I cannot just say, maybe Kwaito, I can do the Kwaito, you know, fine. But for me, then I don't sell in Paris. Just gonna sell in South Africa. My talent can fade. It's like gold. When I don't perform, when I'm not recording, it's like I'm cleaning this gold. Doesn't matter when they're gonna buy this gold, but I'm polishing my talent, you know. It's good because music, you cannot take gloves like boxing and say, me, I'm retiring this music. Music, you stay there. As long as you are in, you're in forever.
For the first time, Tai Chi is written in Zulu. I'm gonna publish this because people don't understand. The Tai Chi Chuan starts from Kum Chai. Kum Chai in Zulu is to Kululu Mzimba, where you must relax your nerves, everything before you're gonna start the Tai Chi. So it comes from the Kum Chai. It's a traditional
Tai Chi.
Yeah, for the monks.
Yes, I am.
It comes from there. You must learn to relax. Also, relaxing is called Sang.
Wow.
And then now, during the time of the Sang dynasty, from 920 to 1279 AD, Master Chen Sanfeng, who had a dream, God had showed him the metabolism, how the internal body parts works. He's the one who started Tai Chi, because this was for healing. It's a self-defense art. So now, this is making sense, because 960 for me now, is 9 stands for 2009, and 6 stands for June. So now I can trace that, because he did the first miracle, Master Chen Sanfeng. It was on this day. So now it means if you're gonna do anything, you have to know that that power comes in winter. So it's 960, né? So now which means that 9 is for 2009 and the month is 6. Then 1279, I'm still gonna calculate, because that's what is left with. You know.
So the AD.
That man was flying, Master Chen Sanfeng. They attacked. There was a clash between the Ming clan and the 8 schools of martial arts. Washan was the Ming clan, Wudang, Shaolin Temple.
I know Wudang.
Yeah. So and Omei, Washan and Omei. So they wanted to prove the one who had the biggest scroll of martial art in the world. So they challenged Master Chen Sanfeng. So he defeated them very easily. So his son, his grandson, who was also became a higher student at the Wudang temple after him. It was a young man called Chang Mo Kei. Chang Mo Kei, they killed. His father was from Wudang, but was not good. So, and then he broke the rules and fell in love with Yan Susui,
the daughter of San Shang.
No, just another daughter. So Yan Susu, they had a child. The child was called Chang Mo Kei. But because they wanted Chang Mo Kei's father to be killed, because he had the secret of knowing where another old man, that they called him White Eagle. So he had invented a sword that was destroying other swords. So he was also from Wudang, and was from the Ming clan. Now this thing, they made a relative between Wudang and the Ming clan. So now they had a son, Chang Mo Kei, that fought the evil also after Master Chen Sanfeng. It's very interesting, because the people in Asia by that time don't say it's a movie, it's lies. No, they were writing. They were not like us. We don't know exactly about our history. But them, they were writing that Master Chen Sanfeng is what date is, how many years old. Chinese were very versatile with that. From that time, they knew the months, dates and that. From that time. So that's why you have the hidden secret scrolls. You see. So remember, Sang, it means to relax. And then that's why that dynasty was called Sang Dynasty. Many people from Master Chen Sanfeng, they put the Tai Chi in the land. And most people were so upgrading the standards and managing also to defeat all kinds of evil, because there were also witches like any other way in the world. Not that Tai Chi only fought the government. Also there were witches, also there were tsotsis there that you come to the houses and take anything the way you see now. So but we just hope that the black people have to understand that Kumcha is not Chinese. It's the art of God sent to the Chinese nation.
Thank you.
You see, We have to teach people about that, and everyone must be alert and know the full explanation of this internal energy.
So did she show me the passion as an artist? One thing I respect her is that. So when she was at school, she had the same love. My brethren, you me know? Yes. Yeah, that lion. It's my lion too. So when she left the school, you know, even the passion when she was in school, the Prinzozo, life with Mthakathi, you know, life son. In this house of the rising sun, this is strength. We are all guided by the glory of Almighty God, you know, in the house of this rising sun.
Trying to be creative yet it seems so hard. Trying to find my way yet it's obscuring. There's clouds and visions and it's everywhere. So listen to nature as it speaks to you. Remember where you come from. You know where you're going to.
Going to Zion, Zion.
Future is in your head.
And for our destiny.
Remember where you're coming from. You will know where you are going to. Your life is in your hands.
Let my sister say. My sister, life is in your hands. Oh, it's up to you to make your future.
Improvisation.
Until it's a pool, that sound. Like this. Oh, don't open the fingers. With the other hand. And the sitting position is wrong. Yeah, at school they tell you, this must be straight. No, that is light, which means you must strike harder. The note on this. Yeah, you must play this thing, The German mustn't be on the air. The German sits here, like the congas. Okay, what I'm playing. Listen. The last one is hard, man. The accent. Why you don't play so? Sing it. In Cuba they play Cuba. I need a day with you. Yeah, you must come here for lesson, man. You must play these things until your hands are sore. I used to have blisters, yeah. You must play.
Prince of Newtown. Alright. Usamanae umatia. Usamanae Chilo. Usamanae Guillaume. Usamanae, what's your name? Brot. Usamanae Brot. Yes, Usamanae Labino. Usamanae Labino.
Stand aside, oh, stand aside, oh, stand aside. One boat stand aside, but think it's sweet. But today I'm shekali, I'm a yamatata. Ah, tenga la bantanu tamati when I stand up. When I stand the samudani pixie, when I stand the samud, then it's mere, undi pokli, the stand up, undi pokli, undi pokli, the stand up, undi pokli, the stand up, undi pokli, the stand up, undi pokli.
ikhanda lakho uzokhala. Ele flow sizofuna kuyeso evenze bathi Prince got this indigenous music kodwa kushoda leyo crossfini khona zadada man like flow gonna flow like an African instrument. Like flow. On the bull's line. Man like Franco.
He's really killing it for sure, eh?
She's my friend.
Makabasa. Twala riding. Dlala riding. Spinner riding. Makabasa.